Roll.
There was one bloke who seemed a lot lower, just very abnormal heights for a parasailer, and as he came in, he was coming in hot. Yeah, I reckon that nor'easter that's just blown has just thrown him off course a bit. Paragliders generally, when they want to come in and land, they turn in and face the wind, and it allows them to land really gently.
Wrapped in a web of ropes and nylon, crash landing into water can spell disaster for paragliders.
Is he going in the water?
Oh my God, I think he's going to go in. Hey, wants to get the paraglider?
The paraglider descends quickly as a high-speed crash landing seems unavoidable.
He came in so quick and there was a fair bit of wind that he had behind him, so I think mostly he would have thought, I'm in the shit here.
All right, g'day everybody, and welcome to Bondi Rescues Between the Flags. My name is Steve Crumby, and I am your host for today. Today we have a very special man on the show. His name is Will Bigelow. It sounds very similar to Male Gigolo. I'm sorry, Will. I keep on thinking about it a lot. That movie. I don't know if you get that. Oh, you do. You do. I just every time it comes to me, I'm very sorry.
I just a lot. That's all right.
Right.
Used to it, mate.
It came up immediately. I was going to try not to say it the whole interview, but it just came out at the very first words. Anyway, welcome, Will. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Can't wait to get started.
No worries. No worries. Oh man, it's going to be a very enjoyable experience, I think, for all of us, particularly you guys at home, get to know a bit more about Will. So this is a little prelude. Straight after this, we have season 16, episode 5. We're going to be rolling live for you guys on the Bondi Rescue YouTube channel around the world, except in Australia on Channel 10 or New Zealand TV3. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see these videos every single week. So, Will, how long have you actually been a lifeguard for?
Mate, I have been a lifeguard. I think it's coming out to my 4th year. I think 4th year. So, loving every season through winter and summer. It's fantastic. Best job I've ever had.
Man, you're lucky, man. You're a full timer as well, so you get to do it all year round. Unlike some of those other guys going to do it in the summertime.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think the blokes in the who work just the summertime, they look forward to it, getting their time off in winter because they get to go traveling and stuff like that. And that's great, but I don't think it's any good for them anymore because they can't go anywhere. So I think I'm the winner now.
Yeah, totally. And by the way, in that opening scene, we saw that paraglider go into the water. Was he all right? Did that all go out okay?
Yeah, mate. He turned out fine. He just had a bit of a bruised ego, and I don't think he'll be pulling into Bondi anytime soon on his sail. So yeah, he was fine. He got really lucky. If the wind was any stronger, or if he if he landed any differently close to the rocks, it could have been a little bit more heavy for him. But yeah, he was fine, and it was just a good spectacle for everyone and good training for us. We've never had anything like that before, so yeah, it was good fun.
Man, that was insane. I've never seen anything like that before in my life in Bondi either. And we cannot forget all the people at home. Thank you for writing in. Brick on Block from Germany, Paula from Canada, also Costa Rica. I cannot read all these things fast enough. Jonas from Germany, Rose from Canada. Thank you, everyone, for writing in. Please make sure you use Super Chat so we can ask Will all of your burning questions, because there are so many questions. I can't read them all quickly enough. Also, everyone around the world, please leave your comments below around who you want to speak to next. Anything you want to ask Will, anything at all, it's pretty much okay as long as it's G or M rated, but no R rated questions, obviously, because we just can't answer them. It's a family friendly show. So we're going to be going into a bit of background on what Will's been up to over the last little while. We're going to be finding our favorite pieces of Will on Bondi Rescue, which we're going to be sharing with you. We're also going to be playing a little game called Plant or Pooch, because what you don't know is Will is also a landscape gardener and a serious lover of dogs. So we'll be testing your skills there, Will. And we're also going to stalk you on the internet and find some great things about you that you probably don't want anyone to see. We'll be sharing that with the wider world live to get your response. And finally, a super chat. So ask me anything, where the audience can ask you guys, the audience can ask Will, who is a professional lifeguard, a world-class lifeguard, anything you want to know about the ocean and Bondi. That's it. Okay, we're going to go into a brief bit of super chat here for you, Will. First of all, TGPR says, I just got this series. I never knew about it, and now I'm hooked. That is not directed at you. I'm so sorry.
Awesome. No, that's good. That's good. Glad you enjoy it.
Joel's secret brother says, Will, is your hair long or is it fully shaved? I can't tell if it's pulled back or non-existent.
Yeah, no. I do normally have longer hair. Probably about 3 months ago, Harrison, Reidy, and myself actually shaved our heads for a mate who was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and so we did the world's greatest shave, and it's struggling to grow back, but you know it's growing back, and yeah, I can't wait to get my hair back. To be honest, Harrison actually looks all right. I've got Harrison kind of looks a bit like Uncle Fester, and then I look like a roll on deodorant. So when my hair's that short, so that's what I get told at least.
I didn't notice that Harrison is like sporting his like it's his regular do now. He's obviously liking it.
Yeah, he's really embraced it. He loves it. I think he's going to keep that look. Makes him look a little bit more rugged. So that's the look he's always wanted to go for.
Rugged and rounded. I mean, it's working for him. Clearly, he's enjoying it. I shaved my head last year as well.
Yeah,
it didn't go well for me, and I'm not going to be doing it again for a very, very long time.
Your hair looks great now.
Thanks, bro. I worked it this morning. Had a shower and everything just for you.
Yeah, very
make
nice.
sure I look pretty.
That's it.
Thank you.
I might come
Thank
over
you
to your
very
place
much.
and get that mullet shaved back.
It's more of a mullet, actually. Sort of across between a mohawk and a mullet.
Yeah.
What I'm going for
Looks
here.
Nice.
I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Will. God, I appreciate it. No one ever gives me compliments on air, so that's nice. Thank you so much.
That's the one you're getting.
Fine. Well, I won't give you. Don't forget, I got lots of questions to ask you later on, so be careful. Okay, XC Raider has another question for you. Will, what's the weirdest rescue you have ever done?
Weirdest rescue I've ever done. I think the weirdest rescue I've ever done is just probably was out backpackers, and this person didn't speak English, and I put them on the board, and they didn't know how to lie down on their stomach, and so they ended up lying on their back with their legs up, and I was sort of face down, and this bloke was just looked like he was getting a tan, and I was head down, and I didn't know how to take it, so I thought we just better get him off the bloody board.
He obviously had a good idea.
It wasn't my
situation to be in for you guys.
Yeah.
No. No.
The boys had a good laugh, so that was about it.
I bet they would have enjoyed it thoroughly. You guys have had a lot of weird, like nude rescues and other such things as well. You had to experience. So it definitely is a licorice all sorts of activities down there. Hey, and I've got another question from Carrie. This is a super random one before we move into the more serious stuff. What is your dream pet?
Wow.
You can have any animal in the world. What would it be? Let's broaden it a bit.
Anything. Well, to be honest, I'd love to have a monkey. Yeah, monkeys are pretty cool. They climb stuff, you know. They can throw stuff at each other. I'd say a lion, but I'm pretty average at training my own dog, so I reckon I'd be in a bit of trouble if I had a lion.
Yeah, that is a good point. Agreed. Also would love a lion, but also would afraid I'd probably be eaten by the lion. So let's get into a bit of a chit chat more about your life. So currently it's like 10 degrees down in Bondi. I think 10 or 11 degrees, which is somewhere around, I think 50 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you who are not familiar with Celsius. Now, in the middle of the winter time, since you're a full-time lifeguard, do you still have to go into the water in your boardies, or can you wear anything else? So they're like, nah, it's cold, don't care, boardies only, you got to do a rescue.
look, there's two ways that you can sort of go about it. If you know that you're going to go on the jet ski or something like that, you can already be in a wetsuit. But other than that, if you're doing like a emergency rescue, you're straight in, kit off, and on the board. So the water's actually warmer in than it is out. So it's getting in the water is the good part. It's just getting back to the buggy and then riding up to the tower. It's it's a bit brisk.
Yeah, right. Very, very good point. Very good. So there you go, everyone. You actually just have to go into the boardies no matter what. If you're saving a life, you just got to cop it. Another question on the side for you. So for those of you who don't know, Will is also a professional landscape gardener. We actually have an image of your handiwork here, Will. Very impressive. Is this a really difficult thing to do? Because I would have no idea how to do something like this.
Look, that particular job there, it's that was all just shaping. It was all overgrown and stuff like that. But yeah, you're just sort of just shaping it into almost like a little maze. It's not too hard to do. I don't know if anyone decides to get some hedges out, I'm sure you'll be able to do it. That's actually a buxus plant, if anyone wanted to know. Yeah, so yeah, that's yeah, not too hard to do. It's probably the easier part of the job.
That's good. Now, there's a lot of other lifeguards that you're very good at trimming the hedges, so it's good to see your handiwork here. And another question for you: is it true that you are born on Valentine's Day?
Yes, that is true. Yeah, I was born on Valentine's Day, so I'm not a big fan of my own birthday. Yeah,
Are you sure? Because we've got an image here that suggests that you probably enjoy your birthday.
I enjoy the flower more than I enjoy my birthday, mate.
And you also got very lucky. This is Ella, your partner here. So clearly, being born on Valentine's Day is not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, she spoils me on my birthday because she knows I don't like it. So yeah, I'm very lucky.
Mate, she looks like a wonderful person. We're going to bring Ella into the room right now.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to bring Ella in, guys?
Get her in. Yeah, bring her in. Bring her in.
No, you're right. She's not in.
She'll tell you the truth about me.
All right. Yeah, we're going to go on to the next photo. Now, the next photo, it looks like you're playing cops and robbers down at the beach. Is this what you guys used to do in your pastime, or is this serious work here?
Yeah, well, when I couldn't get into the cops, I became a lifeguard. So no, that was just a the police had a sort of a car set up at the back of the tower there, and me and Muzzo walked across, and they said, "Oh, do you want to get a photo?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And Mario wanted to be handcuffed. I don't know whether that's something he enjoys often, or but look, it was good detaining the perp, and yeah, it was just a bit of fun. Yeah, Muzzo's always fine.
He does have that little spark in his eye that makes you think maybe he doesn't mind, the handcuffs, admittedly.
He looked over his shoulder and gave me a look, and I said, "No, mate, get in the car. Get in the car."
No, I understand. So it's good to see. It looks like a lot of fun down there, and you guys obviously interact with the police, with the ambulance, because with the air rescue, all those guys. You all work together to look after people down at the beach, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we need to have that sort of close relationship with other emergency services, and this was just another example of just having a good time and getting to know us and us getting to know them.
Yeah, it looks. I actually think your job looks amazing. I don't know what it's really like, but it looks pretty good from the outside. Speaking of which, Andrew Hunt has a question for you. He said, "Did you learn to surf before you could ride a bike?"
Yes. Yeah. My bike ride experience is horrible. My first time I ever rode a bike was up in the country, and Dad pushed me down this hill. The end of the hill was a barbed wire fence, and I've just gone straight into that barbed wire fence, and sort of never wanted to pick up a bike again. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Rather surfing.
Some of my favorite videos are watching kids do that on the internet. It's terrible, but it makes you laugh at the time, but it's unfortunate if it's yourself.
Yeah. Dad got a kick out of it. So That's all that matters. At least
See?
someone laughed.
Strange this human psyche that they get a kick out of things like that. It's terrible. I feel terrible when I laugh at things like that. But yeah, just born like that, I guess.
Well, I could have bailed off the bike earlier, but I went to the fence instead.
Well, I'm glad you look like you're okay now. It's made you a lot tougher. Sakura Blossom has a question for you. What are your top 3 tips for beginner landscapers?
Top 3 tips for beginner landscapers. I think that being patient is probably the first thing. Knowing your plants, that's very important. I'm horrible with those.
We'll be
plants.
testing on that later on.
Knowing the name. Yeah. Well, I've already failed. So knowing the names of the plants and actually just enjoying it. If you enjoy being outdoors and you enjoy working with your hands, it's the best job ever, and it's quite satisfying seeing the end result. So yeah, those are probably my 3 tips.
Wonderful. Thank you, Will. Now, after this, Will, we're going to be rolling into what are our favorite moments of you on Bondi Rescue. We're going to roll that segment now. That intro anyway. All right, so you guys have a lot of pretty hectic moments on the beach. We have found one that we're going to share with you now, which is of you and Noah driving along very fast along the edge of the water. We're going to roll that clip for you right now.
Noah and Will have been called to a woman reported to be having a seizure on the walkway above South Bondi.
First thing that's going through my mind is just get up to the tower, get the defib. You don't know if this person has any heart problems. You don't know, anything can happen, so you'd rather have it than not have it. Hey, guys, we're going to grab the defib.
Yeah, supposedly it's something to do icebergs. I'll get a bit more information and I'll pass it on to you.
Time is critical.
It's really important to get to these situations as fast as possible and get the situation under control and make sure that the right hands are at the job. Everyone's in their own world. They don't expect the buggy to be hooking it down the beach. So, you know, I've just said to Noah, I was like, mate, get on the horn. You just see all the red and yellow just pointing us in that direction, almost tunneling us through to the spot. Whereabouts up there?
All right, so this is from a segment that's about to roll. The episode's about to roll straight after this. So don't tell us exactly what happened here, Will, but what is going through your head as this is happening when you're out along the beach?
Look, when you get called to a situation like that was, your first thing is you just want to get there as fast as possible, and it's really hard on a busy summer's day down at Bondi when you've got a really small amount of beach to sort of drive through with all the people that are there. You just want to get there as fast as possible, and at the same time not endanger yourself or the people around you, especially when you're driving the buggy and you've got to go quick.
Yeah, right. And out of interest, have you ever actually run over anybody on the beach?
No, I wouldn't be sitting here, I don't think, if I had run over someone. But I have had the bike stationary and a little kid hadn't watched where he was going and he walked straight into the side of the buggy. So that's as close as I've come to hitting someone. And it wasn't my fault. So, but yeah, he won't do that twice.
Well, it's going to be intense. You're going to be driving super fast. You know, no one knows what you're driving fast about. They're not trying to get out of your way. They don't realize you're trying to save a life. You're like a little ambulance. It's like tearing along the beach. So if you did run over somebody,
yeah,
oh, I understand. But I realize the council probably wouldn't. So that makes total sense. Makes total sense. And do you get any special training for driving the buggies up and down the beach, or is it like, hey, you got a car license, you can drive a buggy, no worries?
Yeah, I think just driving through Sydney is enough training, especially if you're running late to work or something. You just need a car license. But also through time, you get better at driving the buggy on busy days. You know, the horn on a busy day is quite a good tool to have. You know, like no one's expecting to see a buggy hooking it down the beach when they're just coming for a swim. So it's yeah, the horn's probably the best thing, and it's just practice.
Right.
Having
Well,
a good
clearly you're
co-pilot's
pretty good.
a good help. Yeah, no, that was
So you're
Noah.
saying
Noah was all over
Noah
that.
was
He
driving that one, wasn't
leaving the
he?
horn. No, I was driving.
I know you were driving.
Yeah, Noah's just finished school, so I wouldn't trust him too much. It's, behind the wheel.
Yeah, totally. That makes perfect sense, and I think you made the right decision there. Okay, next we're going to be showing another clip of what we refer to. This is from season 14, and this is a seriously crook dude. Roll that clip.
Year-old Will Bigelow is in his first season at Bondi.
First got the job, I was stoked. I was so happy. Considering that the year before I tried out and I didn't make it.
Before becoming a lifeguard, Will played top-grade rugby.
Little blokes like us need big boys like Will to cast a dense shadow and demand respect on the beach. Keep us all safe.
So mate, I've just been informed that you spat on a female.
I didn't spit on a female.
Well, you're intoxicated. He was on the back foot as soon as I got up to him. I was told by her, I don't care mate, it's no smoking on the beach. You're intoxicated. We have witnesses saying that you spat and kicked sand on her.
Did I spit on anyone? I didn't spit on anyone, mate.
Will's got him now.
I was trying to speak quietly so it didn't draw too much attention. You and your mate can either get off the beach.
Here we go.
I thought he was going to try and have a swing.
So in ice hockey, there's a guy who's known as the enforcer. So his job is to defend against the other team against any bad, reckless behaviour. Is that how Jethro sees you on the beach, as the enforcer?
Yeah, I think that's how, Jethro's all skin and bones. So I think any one of the boys would need to defend him. He's quite a vulnerable young man. But yeah, I don't know how I've got myself that reputation. But yeah, I'll take it. Jethro needs an enforcer, and if that's me, I'll be that for him.
And you are an ex-professional rugby player, so you are quite a solid man. For anyone who has not seen Will in his pure physical form, he's a serious unit, which means he's a very strong superhero-looking type character. So it makes sense that you'd be put in that position. And out of interest, obviously on the field, you've got to run pretty hard over short distances. On the beach, it's a very different scenario moving through the water. Do you have a distinctively different training regime for being a footballer versus being a lifeguard?
I think the transition from rugby to lifeguarding is, it's hard. It's a hard one because it's, there's running and stuff. The only thing that's different between the two is swimming. So my training needs to be more ocean orientated and less in the gym and running. But I love the gym and running. So they all complement each other. You need strength. You need the fitness. So not much has really changed.
Right. Well, clearly. And so out of interest, when you guys have like people who come down there and steal stuff, because that's some of my favorite scenes are also when you guys chase little gangsters, little robbers on the beach, do they often sick you like, get Will, get Will, get Will? Like they call for you to chase after them as well?
You know what? They actually don't, because I'm not that quick. They'll probably send someone like Jethro to run after him.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Jethro's he's a whippet. So no, if they're lying down, I've got them. But if they're running and they're
sorry, I was just gonna say, I feel like if Jethro caught them, he'd like get them, and then he wouldn't know what to do with them. He'd sort of dance around them and like probably wouldn't like jump on them. Where you'd probably just, Yeah,
no, that's Jethro. That's Jethro's thing. He'll distract them with his personality.
Charm.
But we had a situation not so long ago during COVID where we had a bunch of bag thieves from North Bondi, and I swear Reidy, Harrison, and Mario left me for dead. I was just hanging out the back, just going, these guys have got him. and there was about 6 people. So I eventually got there, but you know, the other 3 boys were all over it, and they were pretty chuffed.
All right. Well, we won't linger on that too much more. Too much more. So I didn't want to rub that in that you're actually not a very fast runner. You're great at many other things.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got some other questions. We've got some other questions here for you. Adam Stevens says, if you were to fail the lifeguard fitness test, could you still have a job doing things in the tower or at the skate park?
Adam, no. You sort of, to be in the tower, you have to have passed the test. And in the skate park, sort of a separate thing. You can start up your own business of, you know, safety in the skate park if you wanted to. But yeah, being a lifeguard, you know, sort of entails being in the tower. So you need to pass that test. Like I said, you saw in the clip before, I didn't pass the test the first time I tried out. So yeah, I wasn't able to sort of hang in the tower and learn the ropes.
Wow. So you had to go for a second time. So if you don't pass the test the first time, you've got to wait until the next year to attempt to pass the test again.
Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, you sort of get one shot at it for the year, and too bad, so sad if you don't make it.
Man, that's a hard cut. And well done if you're persevering. Clearly it's worthwhile, because look at you now. Andrew Hunt. Andrew Hunt has another question. His question for you is, what's the worst rescue you have ever done?
What's the worst rescue I've ever done? God, I think it was probably my first ever rescue. I got sent down to South Bondi. It was freezing cold. I was in shoes, trackies, socks, you name it. I had everything on. And there's this person in backpackers, and they just couldn't swim in, and they were waving for help. And it took me so long to get my kit off, and I couldn't get the board out of the rack. I tripped over on the way in. It was an absolute shambles. So that's one that, yeah, I don't care how cold it is now, I won't wear shoes on the beach. I won't wear socks. So just in case that ever happened again, it was, yeah, a very memorable and a good learning experience for me.
The great point. The worst things that happen to us are often, in some ways, in hindsight, the best, because you take the most from them, and they're indelibly burnt into your thoughts. Wonderful. Thank you for that. Thank you guys for the questions. We're going to be rolling into the next segment, where we get to find some really juicy and interesting things about this wonderful man in front of us, Will, and we're going to roll that little intro right now. So, Will, our team has dived into the internet to try and find some interesting stories about you. Don't be afraid. There's nothing too terrible or not too much nudity, except for this first photo. But it's cute, and you're small.
How's that haircut?
Do you want to tell us a little bit about this photo? This is you, right?
Yeah, that's me, and that's my old man, Alf. He's a very keen fisherman. He loves his fishing. And he loves his surfing and sailing. Oh God, look at that haircut. That's impressive. I'm gonna thank mum. I'm gonna thank my mum for that one. There's more hair than head than face. So
look how happy you
are. I don't know.
You look very happy in Dad's arms right there.
I tell you, look at the size of me there. I'm a toddler there, and I'm just looking at that fish going, that looks delicious. So
yeah, that's a good
picture.
Now,
can't wait.
If we fast forward, I'm going to guess about 16 years and roll to the next photo. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this one?
God. That was actually my year 12 formal photo.
Which is like a prom in American
language.
In Australian language, is our version of prom.
Yeah. So that was sort of a big night. God, I look quite young there, less traumatized. So that's the prom year 12 formal photo, and that's my mum and dad next to me. So yeah,
Beautiful.
big shout out to them.
Do you remember the name of the girl that you took to the formal in Year 12?
No, I don't.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
To be honest,
for her.
that whole. To be honest, she probably doesn't remember me. Yeah, that night was pretty much just about getting out of school and just having a good time with my mates. So yeah.
Let's be honest, you don't really remember much of that night, do you?
Not a one thing. That photo,
That's okay. That's
I remember. That's about it.
I think there you go, and this is what it's for, bringing back memories, and maybe slowly over time it'll help coax other ones out, and you remember that girl's name. Next photo here. Now, the question here is: it seems that every single lifeguard is like a pro surfer. What's the deal? Is that really the case? I mean, you look. This looks pretty impressive.
That's just a good angle. That was just before I fell, so yeah, that's just a good angle. That's all that is.
You should never reveal that. That's the thing that you keep
level. I'm an honest person.
Right.
Yeah, no, look, a lot of the boys, I'm definitely not up to the level that some of the other boys, like, Whippet, Clint, Mouse, all those kinds of boys, they rip. They're such good surfers, really good to learn from. But yeah, I'm definitely not up to their level. I just enjoyed surfing. I've done it my whole life, and yeah, just it's a good sport.
Are there any lifeguards that suck at surfing, or maybe are not as good, or just on a very different level? You're going to be pointing at yourself here.
That bloke right there. I
don't believe you. You guys are all too nice to each other.
To be honest, all the boys are actually quite good surfers. There are boys who don't surf, or don't surf as much as others. But you put a board under them, they know what to do. So yeah, they're all pretty handy with that weapon of choice.
It is pretty impressive. And the next thing, which I believe you're probably better at than every single lifeguard, in the next image here. Look at those guns.
That's not me, by the way.
Got there. I told you, Reidy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's
not me. I didn't
I asked Reidy who's our social team, if it was you or not. It's not you, is it? Who is it then?
No, that's Pocock, David Pocock. He was the in 2015. He was the Wallabies captain, and the bloke's an absolute machine, and one of my favourite rugby players of all time, along with John Eales. That's. I wish that was me. 100% wish that was me, but
you did post on your Instagram. Don't worry. If it was, it's impressive.
Yeah.
I heard you got great guns anyway. Clearly, he does as well. But you did play professional football. I believe you played for the Randwick.
No, don't you dare say Randwick. Don't say Randwick. I said I was the bloke on the sideline for that game, not playing. I played for East, and Randwick's sort of our rival club.
So who do you play for?
I played for East, so Eastern Suburbs Rugby Union Club.
Right. So, Eastern Suburbs Rugby Union Club. So shout out to those guys for your best representative here, Will Bigelow, Mal Gigolo. Again, sorry, I really promised myself I would not say that, and it just rolled out. It sounds.
Mate, it's good.
Thank you. Okay, next image we have here is of you in action at work. Now, this just shows how terrible your job is. This is you actually working. Is that true?
Yeah, that's a training break, and one of my good mates, Bo, he's a local boy there, and he's a photographer as well, and he got that shot of just at Bronte. So yeah, it's a hard job, tough gig, but someone's got to do it.
It is. Looks terrible. I did notice that a lot of the photographers down in Bondi regularly take photos of all you guys, and you have the most amazing photos on all of your Instagram channels. So everybody who is watching this, please make sure you go check out Will's channel. And we're going to be rolling into the next segment, which is plant or pooch.
Oh.
Sweet times, hot nights, everything is gonna be
all right, you ready, buddy? So this is a very serious. I should have something. Like it's something proper. Okay. All right, Will. Your time starts now. First of all, Will, we know that you love plants and also that you love your pooch, Simba.
Simba, my boy.
This guy right here.
He's very special.
Wonderful. He looks very special. That's for sure. No, he does look like a very cute man. So we're going to put you to the test and see if you can tell the difference between the name of a plant or the name of a pooch, aka a dog. Okay. So make sure you play along in the live chat, everybody. If you think you're better than a landscaper and picking a particular name, if it is a pooch or a dog. Let's go round one. The question for you, Will, is Dogsbane a dog breed or a plant?
I'm going to say it's a plant.
Are you sure that is your final answer because you are a landscape gardener?
Yeah, not a good one by the end of this game, but yeah, I'm going to go
I think it's a plant. Okay, those at home, please show us your answers if you think it's a plant or a dog. And we're going to show that image right now. It's a plant. Unbelievable. All right. It's actually used to treat heart problems. That's good. I've got to build up the tension here. So Dogsbane is actually used to treat heart problems. Very, very useful. Everyone else says plant. Nobody said dog. We did not fool a single person. Is that they probably all use the internet, unlike you. They're like, oh, I don't know what it is. I know what you guys do at home.
No, they're anyway, smart. They're probably smarter than me.
They are pretty smart, to be honest. But anyway, let's not give them too much credit. Okay, round two. Is a Chinook a dog, a plant, or an aeroplane?
God. Well, first, I hate flying, so scrap that. I'm going to say that a Chinook is a dog. It's a pooch.
All right, let's see. People at home, what do you think that is? Is a Chinook a... Oh, God damn it, Mark. You already put it in too quickly. It's a dog. Too early, Mark. Thanks, Mark, though. Mark is our vision switching guru in the back end. It is definitely a dog. Joel's secret brother thought it was an airplane. Ha ha, you're wrong. Everyone else thought it was a dog. Is it a plane? No, so LA. Anyway,
you tried,
so
mate,
we fooled some people there. Okay, we tried. Okay, round three. Is a koikahund a plant or a dog? Repeat the word. It is a koikahund.
Koikahund. Never heard of either of these things. You know what? I'm going to say it's a dog.
Jay Mendez thinks it's a helicopter. I'm pretty sure he's wrong. So those at home, you think it's a dog or a plant? We're going to look at that image right now. He's a very cute dog. Yeah, what a very cute dog. Excellent. Okay, round four. Get ready for some trick questions. Is Lithops webera a plant or a dog?
I'm going to say that is a plant.
Lithops webera, a plant or a dog? Those at home, is it a plant or a dog? Many people are saying dog, but let's see. I'm going to roll that image, please, Mark. It is a plant. You have, fortunately so far, got 4 out of 5. The last question. I really had to break you down here. I hope you get it wrong, just because if you get everything right, then it just hasn't been hard enough. But also hope you get it right for your sake. So round 5. Okay, Will. Hey, feeling confident about getting 5 out of 5, or?
Oh, mate, you're putting the pressure on me. If anyone else wants to help me out here, feel free.
All right. So, is Moody a plant or a dog?
Moody.
Is Moody a plant or a dog? Those at home can answer this question. Is Moody a plant or a dog? Getting sweaty in the paws there. Sweaty in the palms. Palm paws.
Moody's more like me before I've had a coffee. I don't know. I'm going to go dog. I'm going to go dog.
Bowen Nguyen says you can do it. Milo Rant, he said, hang on, I can't even read them. They're coming too quickly. Are you sure you think it's a dog? I want you to get this
Yeah,
right.
just
I do,
lock it in,
honestly.
Eddie. Lock it in. Lock it in.
Okay. All right. Show them the picture, Mark. The dog.
Yes.
Well done to you.
What a dog.
You got five
What a
out of
dog.
five. Another
Unreal.
very cute dog. 5 out of 5. All right. Well
He's
done.
no Simba.
Will.
He's no
You should
Simba.
you should be very proud of yourself for getting that 5 out of 5. Clearly, you are a landscape gardener and also a dog lover. That is being validated. Our final segment before we wrap up is Super Chat. I'm going to roll the Super Chat. Alrighty, so Super Chat segment. Let's see what questions we have remaining for you, good sir. First of all, we have greetings from Rescate and Pesca from El Salvador.
Yeah. El Salvador.
Say hello. El Salvador, yeah, all the way over in Central
Salvador.
America. A very beautiful part of the world, actually. And a question from Sakura Blossom. She says, do you get a lot of fans of the show visiting who interfere or attempt to do rescues themselves with no experience?
I can't say that that's happened personally to me, but we do get a lot of people who, you know, they love the show and they come down, might get a photo and stuff, but no one's ever attempted to take a board out and do a rescue before. But that's a pretty cool question, and hopefully no one hears that question and decides to do it. I don't advise trying to do a rescue when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and those boards are pretty heavy too.
Unless you pull it off, of course.
Yeah, and unless someone else catches it, and a lifeguard doesn't beat you to it. So you've got to be very careful there. Adam, have you ever had to rescue someone when you're off duty?
Yes. Yeah. Had to do it a few times actually. That's why a lot of the times we don't go to the beach on our days off. We sort of we're kind of the black clouds on our days off, and if we go to the beach, something always seems to happen, and we always come back to work the next day with a story of doing a rescue.
Right. Doesn't one of the lifeguards have a bit of a reputation as being the black cloud? Is that Mouse? Isn't Mouse the black cloud at Bondi Beach?
Yeah. Mouse is the black cloud, but the cloud tends to go to different people from time to time. I've been the black cloud. Harrison's been the black cloud, and certainly Gonzo. He's just the black cloud.
And just a brief reference to Gonzo. I feel like he's the dark horse. He's just always there. He's always just in the interstitials of every single segment. How long has Gonzo been down at the beach? He's been there for quite a long time, huh?
Mate, yeah, Gonzo, he's one of
like a part of the furniture.
Our senior. Yeah, well, he's a bloody good lifeguard. I was, when I first started, I wasn't that confident on the board. You know, they're very different to surfboards and whatnot, but he got me really confident on the boards, and still trains me on the boards to get better. So he's been there since he was a teenager. He just loves it, lives and breathes it, and he's bloody good at what he does.
He's a very warm and wonderful human. Those of you who don't know Gonzo, check him out, stalk him on the internet. The reference is to his beautiful nose, which is a beautiful nose. You guys all have some crazy nicknames, which I do thoroughly enjoy. Okay, we've got time for 2 more questions. One from Ashton MC. I believe she's from Canada, Ottawa, Canada. She says, with the hectic schedule of a lifeguard, how do you keep your dog's schedule?
Oh God. Yeah. Firstly, I love Canada. Great country. I go there a lot. Snowboarding. Look, we're pretty lucky with our days off that I spend a lot of time with him, and my partner walks him before she goes to work and stuff like that. But you know, he's quite a relaxed dog. He doesn't need much. He just needs cuddles at night, and so do I. So it works well.
Where's your girlfriend been and all that?
Yeah, she just watches and shakes her head and says there's something wrong with me, which is probably not wrong.
That's nice.
But
nice.
yeah, he lets it happen. So
You got to have a happy
fine.
family. I understand.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
also love dogs, and I also love my partner as well. So I try to make it even, but it's really often the dog gets a lot of love. Okay, one more question. Joel's secret brother has been pestering, I think, this whole time. I'm just saying, and I've seen your comments, by the way, Joel's secret brother. They are quite funny, and I have been reading them on the side. Which is your favorite fan page, or do you just ignore them all like Jethro? Just to be fair, when you chastise these guys online, they have absolutely no obligation to respond to you. And also, before you even answer this, Will, if you want to get Will's attention to every single Facebook or fan page or Instagram page, why don't you do a post of Will and tag Will, and then he can go and decide which is his favorite fan page. But so make sure you do that. You've all got to post something of Will. But Will, do you have a favorite fan page for Bondi Rescue?
I'll be completely honest with everyone who's made a fan page of Bondi Rescue. We all really appreciate it, and thank you very much. I'm not heavy on the socials, so I couldn't tell you what fan page I like. But if you've made a fan page, I like your one the most. So yeah, that's the one I'm going to go for.
Very healthy answer there, Will. Very safe. There's a very safe space that you walked around in there. And to the guys at home, fair enough. Unfortunately, we're all getting a bit older and don't spend as much time on social media. But however, Will still does post up on his Instagram page. Go follow him at Will Bigelow. And to everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys want to watch season 16, episode 5, featuring Will, it's coming up straight after this show on YouTube for the rest of the world. If you want to watch season 15, season 14, season 13, I think we've even got season 12, go to our Vimeo page. If you want to check out the merch, there's this guy. We've got new caps, we've got mugs, we've got posters, we've got a whole lot of other new stuff on the merch page. So go check that out at spring.com, Bondi Rescue, or check it out from the YouTube channel. Many other things going on. Follow us up on TikTok, on Instagram, all that sort of jazz. And Will, thank you so much for being an amazing
thank you,
partner in crime today.
Thank you.
Are a warm and wonderful.
Thanks everyone for asking questions. Thank you.
Yeah, they are great questions, everybody. Very, very, very good questions. Is there any final things you'd like to say to anyone, Will, family, friends, fellow lifeguards who gave you crap before this morning?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say anything because that might breach the M rating. To those boys who called me before, good on you. I'll see you at work.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys around. Enjoy season 16, episode 5.